This is Moshe, the electric Israeli on FSD. If you're new, please subscribe and help me change the world one electric car at a time. Thank you for my supporters. Today, we're going to talk about the winners and losers of the big, huge Tesla price cut. Not only the United States, it's all throughout the world. Started in China, Europe, Middle East, the United States, of course, Canada, and on and on. And it's massive. We're talking about 5 to 20%, 6 to 20%. That's a lot of money besides the additional federal tax incentive. But in every event like this, there are winners and there are losers. Now, let's talk about the winners because there's not a lot of them in terms of segment, but there's a lot of them in terms of quantity, okay? So the big winners are the consumers, people who want to buy a Tesla and couldn't afford it because it was too expensive and all that, which absolutely the prices in the last year and a half or so went up, 10 times. So they got a huge advantage. A Tesla standard range after tax incentive and all can get you probably around $36,000, $37,000 unless you want to add some more options. So that's that's gasoline level, 272 miles. What a great deal, what a great idea. Model Y if you want. Okay, after all said and done, you can get it for $45,000 after tax incentive. So that's great. That is fantastic. The next winner, that's the planet. You know, a lot more people are going to switch their stupid gasoline cars and get into an electric car. That's wonderful. Wonderful, wonderful. Another winner, but it's with conditions, could be, or maybe is, and maybe will be, is Tesla, of course. So that's where it becomes tricky because obviously Tesla is experiencing tremendous amount of influx of orders. The inventory is getting picked up. Wonderful. They're selling more and more cars. But now, obviously, with less and less margin. Now, so that's where the trick is. Will the exponential sales of their cars will compensate for the massive 25, sometimes 30% gross margin? We shall see. We'll see what happened in Q1. We'll see what happened in Q2. We'll see moving forward how that is going to affect the Tesla bottom line. Now, Tesla does have a mission, and that is to, of course, expand and give everybody sustainable energy, both in cars and of course, home batteries. So that we know. So that's good. And Elon Musk said it. If I have to choose between a higher margin and fewer cars or lower margin and more cars, we'll take lower margin and more cars. But economy of scales makes it happen. Now, here's why Tesla can be, and I believe will be, a big winner. And we'll talk about the losers, and that's what's going to drive the winners. So Tesla of 2023 is not Tesla of 2018, making cars in a tent by hand in Fremont. Tesla of 2023 is a different beast, okay? China's factory, Shanghai, has the capacity of 1.2 million cars. Fremont, the Kakamemi patch on, old GM Toyota factory can spit out 600, 750,000 cars a year or so. Texas and Berlin are ramping up like crazy. They are turning the corners, talking about 1,000, 3,000, 5,000, maybe even more per week moving forward. So they are getting there. So it's not the same company. The efficiencies, the casting, the battery structure, it's a different beast. It's not what it used to be. So, and Tesla is flushed with cash. So they can absorb this, produce many more cars and give people what they want. Now, the losers are losers, but if they have a little bit of imagination, they can become winners, except for one probably, and that's the legacy automakers. They were struggling to begin with, you know, but now their margins for electric cars are so small, if any. If not, they're losing. I don't know if they can afford any more cuts. Okay, so were in a huge challenge. Now it's even more. So their gasoline cars. Remember, of the overwhelming majority of people who buy electric cars, any electric cars, 99% will not go back to gas. I would rather drive my 2015 Nissan Leaf, which I had for, I don't know, maybe 50,000 miles with any miles range than any gasoline car. I would rather do that and go back. So you don't go back when you have an electric car. It doesn't matter which one. You may get a different electric car, but it's going to be an electric car. So the legacy automakers, both in the United States and Europe, are really, really in big trouble. Okay, so they have to figure out. Who else is a loser is other automakers, aka legacy makers who make electric cars, but also in China. Now, China, as you know, is huge. BYD and others, Geely and others, Skywall, I can name you, Hyundai and all that. They are good. They're making cars. BYD grew by 320% last year. Now, I would say 60% of the car are hybrids or plug-in hybrids, but they are moving towards many more pure electric cars. They make their own battery. They're really vertically integrated, really, really, truly. So their margin is not that good, not that big. It's very slim. So whether they break even or lose, just to keep penetrating to the market, which may not be a good idea. So they have a challenge or an opportunity. Okay, so I would do that. So these are the biggest possible losers. Okay, the next ones to lose are, listen to this, rental companies, leasing companies. Let's take Hertz, who have 100,000 Teslas or ordered 100,000 Teslas. Now, if their mission is just to rent their cars or hand them to Uber drivers and keep driving them because the maintenance is very low, and not do what they usually do, rent for a little bit and then sell, they are not losers. They are not going to be losers. But if that's their model, I know that there are leasing companies around the world who buy cars 10, 20,000 miles, sell. I know in other countries I follow, there were a lot of cars for sale, and they had to reduce the price. They bought it, let's say, for, I'm just picking a number, bought it for $50,000. They list it for, used it, made some money on leasing and, like business leasing for a month or 2 months or whatever, or renting, and now they're selling it. Now they have to reduce the price to the new price, which is, let's say in Israel, it's like close to $6,000 reduction of the price. So that is a hit. So I would say they can be a loser if they try to sell it and take a loss or break even, or they can just keep it. There is no reason to take it out of your fleet if you are renting them. Let them drive 100,000 miles. Who cares? 200,000 miles. It's just tires and cabin filter. That's all. So they actually have, maybe they'll have a paradigm shift of not buying, leasing / renting, then flipping it and selling and bringing in new inventory. That's not, hopefully I think Hertz will do that. Just keep them, let them drive. Let the thing drive, they will drive forever. Okay, so that could be a tremendous advantage. Now, the other losers, and there are very big segments, a very big segment throughout the world, and they're very angry. You saw what happened in China, other markets. I follow on Twitter very angry new Tesla owners who just paid. Let's take the performance. Let's say you bought a performance Model Y 2 months ago for $70,000. Now it's like $56,000. You just got a $14,000 hit. Now, they feel losers. It's like, oh, my car just dropped in value. I'm financing a loan of $60,000, $70,000, and the car now, well, who buys a car for a month? Now, there are a lot of people who do that. They buy and flip, just like flipping houses. I had an opportunity last year in September, October of 2021, actually, more than a year and 3 months or so. And my 2020 Model Y and my 2018 Model 3, there was an opportunity, and I sold both of them. I made $1,000 profit on the Model 3 and I think $5,000 on the Model Y. But that was an opportunity, and I took advantage. I upgraded my Model 3 and my Model Y, and I'm so happy until today. But now, if I try to sell it, I will take a hit of maybe $4,000 to $10,000. Okay, or maybe more, depending on. So I'm not planning to sell. I will be foolish to sell because I will lose a lot of money if I'll sell. So if people are feeling bad, this is it happens. It's capitalism. I don't think this is what happens really. I bought a pound of tomatoes in the morning for $3 a pound, and then in the afternoon when it was almost done, they're trying to get rid of it. It's now 50 cents. So what am I going to do? It is what it is. So I don't have pity. I really don't have any mercy for people who buy, hold, and flip. Okay, because you can win like I did, or you can lose. If I choose to flip my cars and try to sell them, I will lose a lot of money. I'll lose a lot of money. So these are the winners and losers, but there are opportunities for everybody. Guys, I just want to tell you, if you have a Tesla car, keep it. It's a great, great thing to have. Tesla may solve FSD, and you may be a very happy person holding that car, and then it can really bring you a great value. By leasing it out to FSD or selling it, it will be maybe quadruple the price. Who knows? That's what capitalism is. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time.